We got Dermo charging out versus TM Forest immediately. The Bear Druid turns around with a wild charge while in bear form, landing a rune into Dermo, looking for those moonfires around the corner. The Rogue shadow stepping while TM Forest is in cat form. It's gonna go for that Knight-Fae setup, looking to get that bunch of mastery with a cheap shot following the kidney shot. Cheap shot right after. Yes, TM Forest kind of lowish, is gonna proc a heal from him. Did Dermo get himself a restyle with Shadow Meld? Looks like he got some dots rolling on him. It's going to be a freebie Shadow Strikes onto TM Forest from the Sepsis ability. Evasion for the Rogue right now. TM Forest got himself aggression going. He got himself damage rolling. He wants to get some damage up and running. Got full call points for Dermo. Going to be a kidney shot with Shadow Blades. Does TM Forest do anything? No Barskin. Trinkets the last second. Cheap shot. This is still going down. Oh, Dermo just continuing to pump the numbers for TM Forest. It was a question of, well, I'm in bear form. I should probably be okay. I think I'll be fine. Wait, all of a sudden this Rogue got a fat crit. I got to trinket. I got to press a button. He trinketed bear form immediately. Tried to give himself as much defensiveness. But it looks like Dermo just continued going. He's like, you know what? I got procs. I'm critting. I might as well keep going. Rex on team 2. Gonna be up next with Hellforce in the back. We got SP hanging by the campfire and Troop Monk. Looks like they're hanging out with Unlucky then, just keeping him some company. While Tagsy too, Tagsy's all Warlock. Why another affliction? And we got Jihad God in the back as well as Alenzi. Alenzi? Yeah, Alenzi. Chilling. Why is Unlucky hanging out with the other two, dude? You got some friends over there, I guess. He's hanging out with all. He's like, yo, I'm part of you guys now. I'm part of your team. Or maybe you just want to be buddy with them. So as soon as the duel starts, he's like in the arena. He's next to them. He knows the secrets. Gonna be Rex opened up on with full sepsis. Might have to trinket. Just use the trinket. It's better to trinket than not trinket, even if you do it late. It's better to trinket than not trinketing, even if you do it late. As Dermo got himself a big opener, playing out that Night-Fae Rogue. Night-Fae Rogue isn't a common build anymore. In PvP, I do think it has some potential. I don't think there's a bad covenant for rogues even in PvP. In PvE, numerically, it is behind, but it's actually pretty fun. It's really easy. Dermo getting some big damage. Oh, gotta be the SP. Trinket out of Dermo, landing a cheap shot onto SP. SP makes his quick getaway. Dermo so far found that big burst as an Night-Fae. He's gonna have to share his build. What kind of a soul bond is he running? What conduits is he rolling? I'm gonna guess he's Naya. Like everybody in the mother is Naya. Plus the mastery buff would be pretty nutty for subtlety. On a 1.5 minute cooldown, it has a hard time synergizing with some of your abilities. But on PvP, it didn't really matter. It's mostly a PvE thing. In PvP, it's fantastic. Because it's basically up all the time. SP Dusty Burn defensive here. Gonna take a bit of damage, letting the Fleshcut absorb the strikes from the Rogue, but looks like the shield doesn't hold for too many. Dermo is getting them lucky crits. He's getting some big damage in, puncturing shields left and right, puncturing enemy's health and just eviscerating it out of it. This is gonna be Dermo going for a bit of a reset. SP trying to go for a bit of a setup for Dermo is going to be great to fade. Avoiding CC by Dermo is going to be able to get proper opener, sending all the pets to Dermo. Dermo looking to get away from it all. Is going to catch himself a reset. Don't you have dots on you? He's gonna open up, try to kill that Siphon. Looks like the one backstab wasn't enough. He's gonna try to soul shape next to the SP, but SP jumps off the side of the arena instead. Gonna be that Mindbender as well as the Mages of the Dead, doing significant damage to Dermo. This Rogue better be aware. He's just taking free damage. He's trying to stay away from SP as best as possible, but he just took all that free damage. Looking for a reset. SP trying to see maybe he could charge up. Gonna be Dermo sneaking around before he goes for a reset. Getting the shot with a sepsis onto SP. Big damage to follow. Does the shot up? He's making play. He might just have to disperse the last second. Alexi disperses no to keep him up and running. 60% damage reduction with a bit of healing to follow is no joke. It looks like it is enough to keep him in the game. Gonna be a trinket out of the blind. Dermo does not go for the shadow step to try to see if he can juke SP. As SP jumps next to him, he's going to catch up on a little bit of healing. Dermo got himself Cloak of Shadows, but looks like as the cloak fades, he's trying to get away. SP hits him with a stun, with a Void Eruption, trying to get the pets up and running. Dermo is going to get hit with a Void Bolt. If the pets catch up to Dermo, then Dermo will not be able to get himself a clean reset. I think the Rogue activated a battle Master's Trinket there. Going to be SP with a Fleshcraft. Dermo interrupting it. The pets might attack Dermo, but looks like they don't. Mages of the Dead are just standing still. He's hanging out by SP, keeping him company, trying to act like a guardian, but honestly, him getting more aggressive with the Rogue would have been much, much better. Dermo is going to go for the hit and run strat. So far, he's been able to get away from SP. Dealing with a Mindbender, landing himself into a Shadow Step, or Shadow Meld. There's so many shadow-based abilities for rogues. Way too many. Gonna be an interrupt onto SP. Trinket maybe potentially could come out of the Dermo. Does not an interrupt, so he's gonna wait. Mind control by SP. Looking to put Dermo away, even if that means putting him behind line of sight. He's gonna let Dermo get a reset. As SP, I think he's just waiting for cooldowns. Disperse in 19 seconds. Gonna be no Vampiric Brace for a while. Is that really a 2-minute cooldown, Vampire Brace? I thought it was a little shorter. Tricky by Dermo is going to land the stun onto SP, looking to get damage in, but he doesn't really have anything to combo like Shadow Blades or Sepsis, so he's going with whatever damage he normally got. Gonna be the pet finally available. Does he get a stun into Dermo? Looking to get a slow on him. Looks like the pets are finally doing some damage. Doesn't have a stun for Dermo though. That is going to be a slow from Siphon. Continue to blast him. The Mages of the Dead does get the round to bend. It's continuing to max range Dermo, and the Rogue is still getting hit by the Mages. It's going to be a advantage force out of him as SP approaches with a PI. I wonder if applying PI on yourself applies PI on your pets. I think it does. Maybe that's why he did it, because the Mage was actually getting Derma kind of low. SP so far has held off against the sub-rogue very, very well, as the Rogue was able to take down 2 competitors before him. Getting shot by Dermo. And he got himself a sippy cup. He's literally stood still and sippy cup. Is he out of cooldowns? Was he waiting for something? I think Dermo's bars maybe been messed up. Definitely something happened. They're cheating the Solar Eyes. Wait, did they? Is there somebody picking up eyes? Dermo got a Cloak of Shadows, but he's standing still completely. I'm not sure what's going on. Dermo's trying to use defenses, but I think someone happened to use bars. And he just got melted. I'm not sure what happened. Is somebody picking up the eyes? Yeah, if you guys are not dueling, don't pick up the eyes if you can help it. If somebody's picking up the eyes, not helping SP, then that's unfortunate. I don't know who would be. DC? He did press Cloak of Shadows, but for one reason or another, Dermo did not continue the duel. He did press defensives. He DC'd, I think. Huh. Then how did he press Cloak of Shadows? Because definitely standing still, he is pressing Cloak of Shadows to hopefully live. I don't know what happened then. I guess SP continues the next deal. I'm not sure. I was thinking the Dermo was going to be the winner of that one, surely. SP and him had definitely a really tough hustle back and forth. Alenzi is going to be up next though, as SP crowned the winner of that duel by default because of a DC by the looks of it. But at least Team 1 gets a chance to play. I think that's the important part. G-Pie up and Alenzi looking to end this duel. Tricky for SP with a stun onto Alenzi. The Mage does go for a blink. Is playing the normal blinks by the looks of it, not playing shimmers. SP looking to get some dots under Alenzi. The next time the Mage has an interrupt could be pretty bad for SP. Got him some full PI. All the pets around the corner. Alenzi tried to get away from the pets as best as he can. SP is going to get a slow around the corner onto Alenzi as they're going for shooting power. Going to get defenses back up and running, but SP is quick with that PI to cleanse all those debuff, all those buffs off of Alenzi. Quick blink by the Mage. Got himself shield. But the Siphon is just beating him up around the corner. Gonna be the Kevin Slime trying to go for some spits. Alenzi sitting down to pick up some food as soon as possible. The Mages is not gonna get aggressive with Alenzi for one reason or another. Those pets, you just can't control them. Gonna be Void Eruption for SP. Void Bolts flying, but Alenzi is nowhere nearby them. SP's continue to get Void Bolts in as it does quite a bit of damage towards Alenzi. Quick poly onto the Shadow Piece of Alenzi. Continue to check out big G-Pies. It happens sometimes when you get a long lag and then DC. Oh, that's unfortunate then. Yeah, still unfortunate. SP does not get it with that shackle by some reason. Alenzi just sitting next to the Siphon trying to cast a fireball into it. It looks like does kill it. The Siphons have quite a bit of health nowadays. Ring of Frost around the corner for Alenzi. SP is looking to get around the corner. Quick flash cut. Maybe Alenzi can interrupt it. Does not get the interrupt, but is going to be able to go for shift to power in hopes to land an interrupt to reduce the cooldown a little faster versus SP. Literally go shift to power just to get CD reduction. That's going to be SP with full pads. Going to be combustion available for Alenzi. SP with a greater fade is going to go for a silence while cleansing all the buffs from Alenzi. Continue to get the dots rolling. Alenzi is in a bad spot. Cauterizes up and running. The pets are on him. Gets himself a shield. Into maybe invis, but he's continuing to burn out the pet's ice block. Oh, is that going to be greater dispel? Mass dispel is up into Alenzi. No health at all. Siphon catches him with a channel around the corner. Does get himself the last bits of shields. The last remnants of a shield. At 13-minute mark, 53% dampener. Shadowlands really quickly up for SP. As Alenzi just looking for a reset. Do they get food? Are they eating? They're eating. You can actually see the mana bone in the paw of the fox when they're in soul shape. Also, are you a Night Elf or Nightborn? I think you're a Night Elf. I was gonna say Night Elf or Nightborn, but I think I just see him Alliance. Gonna be Alenzi taking lots of damage. SP looking to get some big blasts in there. Gonna be that all-to time for Alenzi. Does not get it dispelled some way, somehow. Trinket out of the CC from SP. Gonna be pets joining the fight for the Shadow Piece. I think the pets are gonna do work. Shift and power is all Alenzi has. As the Kevin Slime and the Mages are rounding the bench, she'll be able to get a couple blasts in there. Alenzi with that Shadow Meld. I believe they still have some dots on them though, triple shield, but still the dots are continuing to just rot away at those prismatic barrier, the frost barrier, and the fire barrier. As Alenzi looking to pick up some food, but SP, as soon as he sees him eating, it just starts waddling at him. Alenzi with yet another blink, trying to prolong this duel as best as possible. Maybe they still have a chance. They just need one more combustion chance, one more opportunity. Maybe get interrupted on Shadow for SP, and then go full combustion and blast him out. That's the only chance they really have. No ice block. Maybe a set of images. Wait, images look like they're dimmed out for you. Kind of weird looking. You see that? The images as a defensive, it looks like it's dimmer than Jihad Gods. Pretty weird. SP with a Greater Fade gets a fear onto Alenzi dots and the Siphon. That's going to be most likely a full set of pets down onto Alenzi. Does have a trick, blink for it into the silence. No way to respond to the silence. Trying to soul shape out of there. All the dots into Shadow or Death. And SP is going to be able to take down that seed pod. Alenzi is going to be going down with Tagsy, I think, up next. So far, SP has been able to turn around. It looked like it was going to be an unwinnable game against the Rogue for a bit. But somehow the Rogue did get a DC, and SP is getting a chance, and he's taking the best chance he can here. With Tags, he's going to be on his alt. A human. Oh, that's why it's an alt. An alt Warlock. This time he decided to make one on Alliance to play with some of the Alliance boys. But the gear is going to be most likely questionable for him. Tagsy porting away, trying to get some dots on SP is going to be a bit of a drain. And SP is loaded up with dots with at 67% dampener. Any kind of damage you do is going to be fundamentally huge. SP tried to heal through the damage. It looks like the dots are just continuing to blast him. And SP trying to mount up, but the curse of exhaustion is going to keep him slowed. Going to be Tagsy pushing in onto SP. Going to be that Greater Fade PI, and that's going to be SP with full Void Eruption. Tagsy with that Trinket as well as a wall. Siphon, that's going to be all the pets joining the fight. More to call at SP. Try to get big damage on SP, but it's going to be a big execute. That was a lot of dot damage by the Warlock. If the Warlock had a bit of better gear, which it isn't all for Tagsy, not as geared as his main, it would have been a different story. Immediate disperse as he sees Unlucky, then just going for an opener. Not even anything specific like Shadow Blades or anything big damage. Just a proper opener by the Rogue into a kidney shot. And that's going to be Unlucky. Then trying to go for an interrupt, Ultra Health Force, and seeing him go for a Flesh Craft. 72% into the duel. Dampener. Going to be immediate to Cyber Health Force, and that's going to be Unlucky. Trying to go for the Mills of damage. Health Force, and he ends up with a blind. Going to be immediate to Chicken Cheap Shot onto Kidney Shot onto Unlucky. Trinkets an evasion. And Health Force has a blind if he needs to. Cheap Shot after the advantage. Trying to get the most damage on Unlucky. Loaded him up with dots. Getting shot by Unlucky. Needs to turn this around right now. Does he have the damage? Health Force got full dots onto Unlucky. Could be anyone's game. Going to be a blind onto Unlucky. And Hellforcer should be able to get himself full reset. Cloak of Shadows was used. Unlucky isn't stealth. Does Hellforcer get him out? He doesn't. Oh, it does still somehow get him out anyway. Kidney Shot to follow. That's going to be full dots onto Unlucky, but looks like Cheap Shot and Eviscerate takes him out. And that's going to be trying to go for a bit of CC onto Troop. Troop going for a Trinket into a Touch of Death. Jihad God charges in. It's going to be a big of a let sweep by Troop Monk into full BDB burst. Polymorph out of Jihad with a GY. As the images were doing quite a bit of damage off of that, off the BDB. Going to be Jihad at no health at all, and Troop Monk just taking him out. That was probably some of the fastest duels at the end. It was a very, very long setup, long duels for a while, but towards the end, when there's no healing, it sped up, Mach speed. Alrighty, boys, let's get another one up and running. Get Jesus in here, and Jesus, as I promised, we'll get you two.